you how often you have them.
He lives in Daytona, so
Yeah.
oh, we're live.
Well, currently I'm around $20 to $25 a week, and that's maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, honestly, I'll be honest with you, sir. You can't see me right now, but I'm very ugly. I'm old and I'm ugly, and I have to pay for companionship. I mean, it's the truth. You sound like a really nice guy. I don't. Okay. You'll pay the $149 for me?
Yeah. I can do the favor, we don't want to lose our
Good. That's awesome. That's all. I find it so funny that this conversation started at $600, then it went to $279, then $149, and now you're paying the fee. Yeah. Hey, you're the best supervisor I've ever talked to. What was your name again? Frank? Hey, are you anywhere near Florida or Jacksonville? Because I know some really nice ladies that would love to meet you. I mean, you're a really nice guy. You never been to Florida? You should come to Florida. You should come to Florida. And you know what? Look me up. You got my number. You got my number. Look me up. Come by. Call me up, and we'll get together, and I'll introduce you to some ladies. Okay? Now, one thing about these ladies, in the South we call them butterface.
Oh, God.
Do you know what that expression means?
Yes, I exactly know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll do this some other day.
Hey, wait a second. I heard a joke today, and I've been wanting to tell people. It's a funny joke. Okay. What has a little penis and hangs down?
Oh no.
Do you guess? A bat. Okay. Now, wait. Here's the rest of the joke. Okay, you ready? What has a big penis and hangs up? You want to take a guess?
No.
Okay.
I don't have a guess.
Well, here's the answer. Boom!
Oh my God.
Well, what's so sad about that
What
is my
the
phone
Fuck did I just
locked
walk
the
in
screen,
on?
so I had to unlock the screen as I'm telling the joke, and I couldn't get it undone in quick enough time.
That was so good, dude.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well done.
Oh,
I'm so glad we're live.
Oh, shit, we're live? Oh, okay.
Oh,
I recorded that whole thing, so.
no, that was epic, bro. That was some next level shit. So thank you.
The funniest thing I need to tell everybody out there is that they originally called asking for Herschel Jones, which is a fake made-up name. And they were calling about my Spectrum service, which I don't even think Spectrum is available in Jacksonville. But hey, they give it a shot. Thank you.
That's so funny, man. That is absolutely hilarious.
Now, why am I getting an echo here?
Yeah, we are getting an echo.
Oh, is it from me? It might be from me. Hold on.
Now it's better. No, I'm getting it again.
Test.
Todd's not echoing.
I don't echo.
Yeah.
I don't hear an echo. But I can put headphones on. Hold on.
Yeah, it might be you.
Yeah, when we talk, we hear us echoing.
Okay, how's that?
Better, I think. Yeah.
Test.
Yep.
Awesome. Hi,
That was
everybody. How you guys
fantastic.
doing?
Whew.
Hi,
Guys.
everybody.
I love my job.
Hi.
Just so y'all know, I love doing this job.
You're very well equipped for it.
When did you go live?
Oh,
That was like a 17-minute call. And... so you really caught the end of it.
I may have hit the go live button while you were talking about sleeping with loose women.
Oh well, it's always been a dream of mine. It's never ever actually happened, but it's always been a dream.
Sure. I mean, it's important that we all have dreams.
Yeah,
it really is.
Cool.
It's important to have.
Fine and good.
Now, when I save the video, so I know it's a good one, I usually type the date, that it's a video, it's a scam call, and then what it's about. And then I usually leave myself a little note. And my note for this one is gold. So it's gold.
So,
hey, man.
Hi.
Hi.
How's everybody doing?
How you guys doing? Great.
So where the heck? So Dusty is actually helping a friend move. So he wasn't able to make it tonight. Where is Avery and Ramel?
Don't know.
It's a good question. Avery wasn't able to make my live stream Saturday because he mentioned in his text that his sleep schedule has been so screwed.
Yeah, he hasn't been feeling great.
Yeah, and the time change is gonna F me up. It's probably gonna F him up even worse,
Yeah, for sure.
Which, by the way, in case you guys forgot, that happens Saturday night into Sunday. Sunday we fall back an hour. Just a reminder.
Appreciate it. I was not tracking.
I usually ignore all things.
Well, your phones will automatically update, but stuff like clocks in your house may not, and your car may not.
When does it change?
Saturday night into Sunday. So Sunday you'll be an hour behind.
So we lose an hour of sleep.
Yeah. No, you gain an hour of sleep.
Oh, well, that's good.
So if you're used to getting up at 7 a.m., 7 a.m. will actually be 6 a.m. You get to sleep in an extra hour.
Well, that's good. I can handle that.
Yeah. But the rule is if you have pets or children, it doesn't matter. You don't get that extra hour because they're not affected by that. They don't understand the philosophy of sleeping in an hour.
No, pets don't give a shit. They do. They just don't care.
My wife's cat I have a bin right next to my bed, and he will jump up on it, which is literally like face to face with me, and he will start meowing at me around 7:30 every morning if I'm not already up moving. And so he'll be meowing at me at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday.
Cats are assholes. I think that's what we're finding out.
Yeah, we already knew that. So what are we doing tonight, guys? What are we up to, fellas?
Here's my question. I have a question then, because Avery and Ramel and Dusty are not here.
Okay.
So, what we are going to do is we are moving into the game phase of Adult Fantasy. We are going to start play testing the RPG. We've spent a lot of time developing it. We spent a lot of time testing character building, right? And we got to a point, I think, where the character builder is pretty rock solid. I feel comfortable enough with the character builder that I am already reaching out to other communities to maybe test the character builder with completely new audiences, which is pretty cool. So now what we are going to do tonight is start the crafting of the world, right? So we talked about, we did a little bit of world crafting last time where we talked about locations and kind of some of the things that we wanted to play with. So there's a lot of really cool brick and mortar fodder that I can play with as a GM to kind of craft a little bit of a story. Hey, there he is. What's up, Avery? He's alive.
What's up, homie?
That's all we need.
What up?
Hello?
You okay?
Hey.
Hey.
Avery, you missed Andrew talking about his sex exploits with somebody in India.
I had a scam call come in while I was waiting in the green room, and when it was just me and Todd here, I turned off the mute so that he could hear me, and he went live while I was in the middle of the call.
Nice.
It was funny too. It was good.
It was very good. It was a very, very good.
10 out of 10.
He was talking about fucking you or doing something really disturbing.
No, the guy wanted me to pay a deposit for my Spectrum service, which I don't have.
Yeah.
And I told him in order to afford that the deposit, I'd have to give up either food, cigarettes, beer, or loose women, and I didn't want to give up any of them.
Yeah.
Or cheap women is what I said. And at the very end, he broke down and told me that he was going to pay the deposit for me out of his own money. And I invited him to come to Florida and that I would hook him up with some nice girls.
Nice.
Like I know any nice girls. Like I know any women at all, please. But yeah, it was funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Like a great video.
Fantastic.
On my channel. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, what I want to do tonight. So, as I was saying, Andrew was asking like what we're doing tonight. So
Same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Trying to take over the world. That's true.
Yep.
We are moving into the game phase, and so basically tonight will be.
It's just a phase.
Just a phase. It's just a phase. Basically tonight will be the last night of kind of character developing stuff, and then next week we start on the actual adventure. So next week we will start the adventure. I'm excited and terrified because I've never jammed before, but I'm very excited. So
You're gonna do great.
Can I ask another question?
Of course.
How much of this adventure are you going to lay out ahead of time?
Well, I'm going to take advice from Flint and Zach, and I'm basically going to have enough.
Speaking of Zach, I got to step away for about 2 minutes. If you keep talking, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Okay. You could have just. Okay.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Avery's in a mood tonight.
It's good.
I'm just tired, dude.
Lack of sleep does that.
My sleep schedule has been so crazy. I'll fall asleep for about an hour to 2 hours at a reasonable time, then wake up, then be up till like 10 a.m. Then go back to sleep and sleep till like 4 or 5, and then feel like crap till about midnight.
The time change this weekend's gonna fuck you up, man.
Even more.
Yep.
No, you know what? You can't get more messed up than I am right now. Like, it's crazy. I can't get 8 hours of consecutive sleep at all. It's just weird.
Yeah. Well, I hope you do better, man.
Yeah.
I got offered a coloring gig.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool. That's
something you want to work on, or
it's with Dillard. Dillard's the artist, so I'll do it.
Okay.
Dillard's
I'll
awesome,
do it.
man.
Dillard's a good guy.
I'll do it. It's not for him, but he's the artist on the project, so I'll do it.
Oh, that's perfect, man.
Yeah.
Cool. So what we're going to do tonight is we basically have to get all of our characters completely finalized. And I know you guys have kind of been writing it down a little bit as tests and all that, but if I asked you right now, like what's the how many hit points your character has, you wouldn't know. Just as you probably don't remember your character's name. And that's okay. There's no problem with that.
I don't have a character.
I don't have a name for my character, but I know his personality and what he does. I haven't come up with a cute name yet.
I want to find that first character I created, the mall cop ex-wrestler. That dude was awesome.
We can kind of redo him if we can't find him, okay?
I have it written down somewhere. I wrote it down as we did it that first time.
Totally. And so, well, here's what I think. I think we should we'll go through the character thing one more time. We're going to put it into
I should do one off air.
Yeah, really. We're going to do we're going to have it in my database. I'm going to send you a link so you actually fill out the form. And that way I have it, and that way we can keep it. And that way it doesn't get lost, and it'll also help me so that I can look at it as a pre-gen character and kind of craft the story to it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do that really quick. We're going to just burn through it. It doesn't take long. We've already done it a lot, so I don't expect it to take a long time at all. And then, so we'll do the characters really quick, You can add whatever you want or change whatever you want. It's your character. So if you roll something and you don't like it, or you remember something from one of the characters you rolled, like that mall cop, totally cool. You just write it down. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a story hook crafting, and this is something that I learned from Flint. And I want to talk to you about your character, some of the backstories, the things the character likes or dislikes, some of the things that aren't necessarily on the character sheet, just so that I can get an idea and take some notes about where your character is, so that we can tie some hooks into the campaign specifically for your character to grow. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give me 1 minute, and I'm going to send this link to you guys. Let me, Andrew. Let me just pull up my Gmail account, and I will invite you guys so you can have this. Andrew, I'm going to send this to Misfit Corner, correct?
Yep, that'd be fine.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this public. In fact, that'll be better. I'll just make it public. Okay, that's public. Okay, so this, you know what I'm going to do? Give me 5 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys an email. Basically following up the one that Dusty sent us for Lore Games.
Lore.
And I'm going to create, make everything public. Yeah, so give me just a couple of minutes here, guys. So talk amongst yourselves while I set this up.
So I bought 2 collections this past weekend. One of them had about 800 comics in it. And I'm still going through it. But I found some really sweet, wonderful things in it.
Nice.
And I guess I should save it for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But very happy.
So, well, you can talk about it tonight, and we'll talk about it again tomorrow night. Or do you want to just totally save it?
Let me show you guys something. This isn't like the greatest thing that came out of that set about that collection, but for me personally, it's like mana from heaven. They're not valuable. They're not super valuable, but they are going to be added once they're graded. They'll be added to my personal collection.
Okay.
But you know how I got one of my all-time favorite books that I could never afford as a kid, that I got a copy of, issue number 1, and graded it, and it's only an 8.5, but I didn't care. It's never going to leave my house. Mm-hmm. It's never going to go to the store. Is Long Shot number 1?
Yes.
Well, guess what was in this collection that I bought? 2, 3, 4,
oh my God, dude.
5,
wow.
and 6.
That's
Yay.
cool.
All five of the other issues that I need to complete my set.
And those are all like really good quality?
Not bad at all. I may not even need to press any of these. They're in that good a condition. So,
Ooh.
And what's actually funny is I actually have 2 copies of number 2. So, I mean, just on a personal level, I was thrilled to get these. But there was a lot of other good stuff in there. Oh, remember the Captain America, Black Widow, Wolverine issue of X-Men?
Yes.
Got a copy of that. That's like a $30 book now.
Yeah.
I had no
Really?
idea.
Dude,
Yeah.
that era of X-Men that whole era, 90s era, is got tons of $20 to $50 books.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like everything you grew up with is like
It's
worth money
it's that stuff's time now. For a long time, it was thought of as worthless, but it's come
Forever.
around now. There's people that want that stuff in mint condition, and it's people all over the world who want it.
See, Mom, you bitch, I was right.
Wow.
And the collectors, you know, a lot of collectors aren't coming off that stuff.
Yep. Well,
Mom knows I'm kidding. It's all good. I love you, Mom. Just
She's
kidding.
watching right now.
Just
Right
kidding.
now. Imagine Martha watching this right now. You would have been able to hear her screech all the way up here. Todd!
to be quite honest with you, if any of our mothers was going to be watching this show, it would be Todd's mother. I've been doing my channel, my scam channel for years now. My mom, I don't think has watched a single one of my videos. She knows it exists, but she has never. I had one of my uncles was visiting from out of town because the one uncle who lived here that I was telling you guys about passed away. He passed away about a week ago or so.
Man, I'm sorry.
So my other relatives came to visit, and my one uncle, we were sitting down just chit-chatting about life, and I was asking if he was still working, if he was going to retire and move down to Florida. And I mentioned the channel. He's like, YouTube channel? What's your channel? And I gave it to him, and he subscribed and started to watch some of my videos. I'm like, cool.
Nice.
See, my mother won't do that.
Well, you know, with all the talk about loose women, maybe it's not such a bad thing.
It's
wow.
never the people closest to you that are your biggest supporters. It's always a stranger.
It's never those closest to you.
That's just reality.
True words have never
Because
been spoken.
to your close personal friends and family, the close people, you're not special.
Yes.
You're just you.
Yeah,
So-
my kids think Avery and Todd are like rock stars. But me, I'm nothing.
You're just dad.
Yeah, they don't know about your
Oh, no,
ballin' ways.
They know about it. They just don't
Hey,
care.
what's up, Dr. Funk? Doc says, "What's up, dorks? What's up, brother?"
So
Doc, I think, is going to be co-opted very soon to join us in this RPG quest. Doc is awesome. He's a good guy.
One of us.
Totally one of us. Totally one of us. Now that he grew his hair out, I saw a picture of him before when he had his hair short, and he looked like he was going to sell you a vacuum cleaner. Now you know,
Wow.
a couple of drugs later, he looks way better. So
Wow. You know, he was in, and now he's out.
so yeah, now he's
Good job, Todd.
so he's look at that. He's like, I'm ready. So Andrew, guys, all of you guys, I sent you all an email. Click on the link. You may have to sign up to Notion. Just do it. Flint, I sent you a link in Discord.
Thank you.
Doc, if you want, man, I will send you one if you want. Now it's long, and I'm just going to steal your vacuum cleaner, he says. It's
We
true.
each have our own link.
Yes, because every one of you has your own character sheet. So we're gonna write out your character, and you're gonna have your own private character sheet. But doing it in this document from the link that I sent you means that I'll have it saved, and I can reference it, and you don't have to worry about it. We'll just have them here, right? Doc, if you want one, I'll make you one right now. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that for you if you want, buddy. Totally up to you. No pressure at all. In fact, I'll just let's see. I'll share. I'll go publish to web. All right. All right, Doc. Yeah, send it. All right. Hey, what's up, Kodiak? How you doing, brother? He says, I'm a dork, nerd, and geek. My mom is proud of her little overachiever.
Dork.
What's up, Kodiak? How you doing, man? Been a minute. Love you,
What's
dude.
up?
Miss you, man.
What's up, Kodiak? What's up? How you doing? Yeah.
Remember doing those live streams? You, me, Kodiak, Avery, and nobody was there watching, and we just screwing around.
Those
talking.
are fun times, man.
Yeah.
And so Doc, I just DM'd you.
Maybe I'll start streaming again on my channel someday, and we can do that again on my channel.
That'd be a lot of fun. Let me know, guys, when you have access to your sheet.
I have access to my sheet.
I have it opened and ready to go.
Yeah, I got to
Awesome.
Filling mine out right now.
Of course you are, Flynn.
character name. I don't remember the character's name.
Doesn't matter. We can come back to it. So, all right, here we go. Now remember, the only other thing you need, and I will create a link right now, just so you can see it. I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to go to Dice Roller. I'm just going to type it in Google, and Google will come up with a dice roller. So
Dice, baby.
Dice.
Do you guys know he was actually in Jacksonville recently? Vanilla Ice.
That doesn't surprise me.
What's the least surprising thing?
He was doing a concert with a couple other people, and my sister and my brother-in-law were security at the concert.
Oh, fun. They
said he hasn't missed a beat. He still looks good, and they said he did great. And he was selling T-shirts with turtles on it, and my brother-in-law got one. And
dude, the metal version he does of Ice Ice Baby is pretty baller, dude.
Excuse me?
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
What?
You've never heard that?
No.
What is
He
this?
does a metal version of Ice Ice Baby with like a metal band.
That's fucking awesome.
That's pretty cool.
It is awesome. I recommend looking it up. It's old. You know, he was doing this in the early 2000s.
Huh.
Oh, wow. Well, they said he was talking about how he bought a house here in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah.
He renovates and flips houses. That's his like side thing.
Yeah, mansion.
But yeah. I knew he did that because I saw there was a TV show for him.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But, yeah. But they had a great time at the show, even though they were working security and supposed to be paying attention to what they're doing.
So Doc says he found his old character. Doc, if you found your old character, that's awesome. But do me the favor of putting it on this one that I just sent you. That way we kind of have a database and I can reference it, because I will reference things from it. And what I'll also do is, one more thing. Give me one more second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the character builder document right next to the dice roller, and that way I can kind of help you nerds kind of get going. Okay, here we go. And let me stop screen, share the other screen, and then we should be good to go. Cool. Kodiak says, yeah, like during the new metal period. Holy shit, that was 20 years ago.
Oh, God.
Yeah, do you know who the band was?
It was his band.
Oh. Interesting.
That's a little nuts.
Yeah, just you should be able to just YouTube Ice Ice Baby Metal and find it. I'm sure there's other metal.
Oh, it was Baby Metal. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Baby Metal.
I saw Baby Metal live once.
Did you
Baby
really?
Metal's pretty
Awesome.
Crazy.
They're nuts, dude.
Because they're singing like these crazy hardcore songs about candy.
Yeah. So get this. When I saw them live, they were opening for Red Hot Chili Peppers. Those audiences do not make sense together.
That's a weird
And there was
audience.
a lot of very confused people in the audience.
Yeah.
That's very Red Hot Chili Peppers, though, to do that.
Honestly, yeah, it was very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. That makes me like Red Hot Chili Peppers even more, actually. Okay, you guys ready?
As a what? As a who? As a heart attack?
I see Doc is filling in this thing. I can see it. Zorblax the Unpronounceable.
What a name.
Awesome. That's excellent. All right. So here's what we're gonna do, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go through each of these ASAP as fast as possible, and you guys can kind of add, modify. If you remember your stuff and you find something else, great. If not, whatever. Pull up a dice roller, and I'm just gonna go through it. But you're gonna roll for yourself, and I will just ask you if you have everything filled out, and you'll say yes or no, and then we should be good to go. All right. So.
All right.
I'm going to go over to, I'll watch Andrew. He'll be my guidepost. Okay, so we're just going to go down. You're going to scroll down and you're going to go all the way down. We're going to do ordinary stuff first. So you're going to go down to the word roll, and we'll fill out this section first. So all you got to do is, what's your roll in society? Roll a D100, and that is, a D100 is just 2D10. So all you're going to do is delete that 5 and go 1, 2. And then you have 10 is a 1, so I would have rolled a 19. Okay, so
is there a link to this handbook somewhere?
Yes, there is. Do you want? It is in fact, Flint. Yes, let me send you the. I'll do that as well.
Yeah.
I have
copy.
Yeah, I have the stuff filled out, but I want to make sure.
Yep.
If there's something I missed,
let me give you guys. So I'll give you each the link. That's actually really smart. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Let me give you guys the link.
And will the copy paste work this time?
Yeah, and then you can. Well, then you can kind of go through it, because it really is quick. I mean, that's kind of the point.
Because
right?
last time the reason I gave up is because it was just copying pasting the whole document.
Yeah. No, you don't have to do that at all.
All right, what's 31?
I was only highlighting the little bits, but it was
second.
copying everything.
Okay, I am going to copy paste this into general chat so everybody can see. I got too many tabs open. All right, so here's general chat. There's the link. And I don't know why it doesn't give you like URLs, but here, Flint, I'll G-chat this to you, or G-chat, Jesus. I'll send
put
this
it in
to
the
you.
private chat.
I'll put this to you in the, no, it can be public. I don't care. It's a public document.
I can't copy paste the public chat.
Okay, I will put it in all the chats, because all you fools use different chats.
No.
All right, so roll is
the comment section.
There you go.
For YouTube, I can't see. I can't open that.
Oh, fascinating. Okay, well, I put it in private chat. I also put it, Flint, in AFHQ if you can't use private chat for some godly reason. I also send it to Doc.
Thank you.
So we should hopefully have it.
Todd, in StreamYards, where we can see comments, we can't mess with. We can't do anything to that.
Oh, fair enough.
You can't highlight it and copy it. That's what I just did.
It's the private. He can do it in private chat, is he saying?
Yeah.
I just did it from comments.
I can't.
Huh.
Well,
weird.
So I send it to you. I send it to you directly in private, and I posted it. So I'm just going to roll through it. And I'll just basically talk it out so you guys can fill it in. So Andrew, I'm on your sheet. I am on your sheet. So you are not. You haven't filled
hold on a second. I'm having to log in. Why is it making me? Never mind. I tried to edit and it's now sending me. What kind of work is it you do?
Oh, you have to log in. Yeah, you have to log in before you can edit. So,
Other World Conqueror. What is your role?
Skilled Street Fighter.
I'm a team manager. What is the size of your company? 5,000 plus. What are you planning to do with Notion? Other. Rule the world. Workspace name. Odds. Yacht. So you're on my sheet? Is that what you said? Oh, geez, Louise, what more do I need to do? Send invites. No, we're not doing that. All right, do I need to get started or?
No, you should. Once you're in, if you've actually,
It's got a list of tasks to do.
Just click on the link that I sent you in private chat, and it's gonna open up now.
All right, try it again. That's the dice roller. I already have that up.
Okay, the one above it is the Dazzling Stage Elf is the link.
All right, I already had that up. I'm talking about the sheet that you had to fill out.
Didn't you email that?
Yeah, that's what I was on. It was making me.
I emailed. Sorry, I emailed. Yes, I emailed your sheet. Sorry.
Yes, I know. I had it open, and when I tried to edit it, it made me log in. And now that I'm logged in, it has me in some type of
doom loop. Yeah.
Yeah. This program sucks.
It's a good program. It's really good. But
You
yeah,
say
they're onboarding. They definitely get more information than I would prefer.
All right, let's see if I can actually type something in here. Nope, still not letting me type in here.
Why?
I don't know.
Did you hit the edit button?
I will hit the edit button again.
Avery, are you able to edit your doc? Is everyone else able to edit their document?
I'm down to wants and desires.
Oh, good. Awesome.
Okay, I'm getting there. Hold on.
Okay.
I am a struggling out-of-work actor. All right, personality traits. What do you roll for that?
Yep. So you go back.
Personality traits. All right. What do I roll for that? A D100. I do another D100.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Boom, boom. 37. 37 is a deep loyalty. All right.
And you don't need to, you can just put a deep loyalty. You don't have to put the number.
I'm going to put the numbers in. That way you know I'm actually doing it. I'm not
Fair
just
enough.
screwing it up. Attributes. What's my attributes? Attributes. A D20. All right. D20 is 7. I am a stealthy and sneaky. Oh, you damn right I am. This thing is me to a T. All right. Drives and motivations. Am I catching up to you, Avery, or are you way ahead of me?
I don't know.
I'm at drives and motivation.
Shut up! I don't care what you're at.
D20. What do you think my drives and motivation is, Avery?
To piss me off.
It's a 5. Fame! I'm gonna live forever.
Now, once you're done with once you're done with that sheet, there's actually more that I haven't released. So we're going to do the abilities and hit points and stuff. So I'll walk you through that.
Okay.
So there is a little more to do, but it's not a lot. It's pretty quick.
Wants and desires. Avery's love and affection.
That'll never happen.
Yeah, I know. That's 100. 25. 25. Connection and community. That's exactly what I said. Connection and community. Oops. What happened? Okay. Past relationships. I have a horrible relationship with my best friend. Past relationships. D100. Boom, boom. An 89. 89. Oh, that could have been bad. Could have been bad. Old teammate. Oh, see, there you go. Old teammate who is now a celebrity. Damn straight he is. and may be able to use their fame to your advantage, but their public image could also be a liability. I don't see where that's even possible. All right. Current obsession. Cheap women. That's got to be an option. That's got to be an option.
It really should be.
Am I the only one talking?
No, we're here. We're all here for you.
Okay.
We're all here for you.
24. Well, you asked me to do this, so I'm doing it.
No, it's great. It is absolutely perfect.
Solving a mystery that has been plaguing the character for years. How to find and meet cheap women.
You can add it if you want.
Yeah. No, trust me. Mentally, this character is building right now.
Mm-hmm.
Fears. Cheap women.
You're basically creating Mars.
21. Fears. My fears. Has a fear of being judged or criticized and is overly self-conscious in a social situation. That doesn't describe me at all. I have no fear of being criticized in public. That's why it's my character. It's not me. Beliefs and worldviews. Beliefs and worldviews. D100.
Hey, really quick, Zach. Can you pop on for a second? Can you hear me?
38.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you having trouble?
No, I'm editing it. I'm just no offense. I'm fighting off an allergy attack right now, so I'm kind of moving a bit slower than usual.
No worries, man. No worries. You're just editing it, and then you're going to copy paste it into the doc.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Okay. No worries. I'm just making sure that
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's cool.
Okay, no worries.
So.
My beliefs and worldviews is the only way to solve a problem is by resorting to violence. Damn straight. That describes me to a T. 78 is my positive life events. Romantic gesture. Made a grand romantic gesture showing the depth of the character's love and commitment. I'm definitely a romantic. Negative life events, none. I'm gonna skip it. I'm just kidding. Penis caught in an escalator? Oh, that's horrible. 40. That better not be an option. Tragic loss. Lost a child or family member in a tragic accident, grappling with the grief and the unfairness of life. Yeah, that I can see too, I guess.
All right. So next steps. Great job on that. Next step is you're going to scroll to the top if you follow me.
Yeah.
Because this is Andrew's sheet. You're going to scroll to the top. And you're going to go and you're going to pick your power archetype. So your power archetype is one of these 46 core powers, right?
Yeah.
And then
what do I need to roll for that?
You can, or you can just pick. And then once you pick your power archetype, you're going to click in there and you will choose 3 power tags and 3 weakness tags.
All right. What do I roll for this?
I mean, it's not technically you could roll like.
There's not a list in here, so.
No, you could probably roll like. What I would roll is like, roll this. Do 2 d20s and a 10, so you have 50, and then like, well, that doesn't work. Actually, Flint, what would you think? Like maybe a D. Just do a 10, it would be like a D6.
Sorry, I was editing my document. What's the question?
Andrew has an interesting question, which is, so we have 46 power archetypes, right?
Yeah.
He wants to know if there's a way to roll it. So I'm guessing we can just roll like a D6 and a D10, and just for first number, last number, basically. And if you get a 6 or a 5 or a 6, you just roll again on the first one.
think
You
that
do a D100 divide by 2.
That's what I would do.
So
D100 divided by 2.
D100. So that was a 51. So you say 50. I'll just say it's 25 or 26.
So I rolled a 13. So half of that is a 7.
Sure.
A blaster
Yep.
is my archetype. Yeah, that really doesn't fit my idea in my head, but okay, I'll go with it.
You can always re-roll.
You could roll it if you want.
It's just a suggestion. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm gonna stick to it.
So and then you'll pick 3 power tags and 3 weakness tags. I think we're starting with 3 weaknesses. I've gone back and forth between 1 weakness and 3 weaknesses. I think 3 weaknesses is good for a start.
Okay, so roll a D100 for power. So my power tags are 55, 59, and 52. What's the chances of that happening?
There you go. What are the
All right,
powers?
let's go look. Let's see. 52 is stealthy attacks, which I already knew I was stealthy. 55 is snippening tactics. What the hell is that?
Sniping?
Sniping?
What is it, Todd? What?
It literally says sniping, but Andrew's thinking about cheap women, and snipping tactics makes a lot more sense. The snippening.
Oh boy.
Strategic prostitution. Positioning.
So that the strategic positioning would definitely help you with your loose women.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to do this one for you. All of your starting your power tagged, all your starting power dies are a D4 and basically a 0, right? So you're not going to have a modifier, and you're just going to be rolling a D4, right? And so there you go. Same thing. So now go ahead and pick 3 weakness tags.
Weaknesses. Okay. That's another D100. 3 of them. Okay.
Yep.
My weakness better not be cheap women. Or if it is, that would be 10. $63. So 3 of them, right? 28.
Yep. Actually, I just realized there's a mistake on here.
Bastard. 10 is power dampening technology. So that's a weakness? Okay. 63 is incompatible attachments. You guys, if you get an opportunity, go to my scam channel and listen to the bonus video that I have for today. It is absolutely hilarious. Magical barriers. As a matter of fact, if you guys want me to, I'll play it for you later, but it was hilarious. All right, now what do I do?
Okay, so you are all, and this is a little bit of a mistake on my part.
Does this document auto-save?
Yes, it auto-saves.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, I'm fixing your documents really quick. Clint, I'm going to fix your document just for a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's see. Okay, so basically you have a weak cost. I'm just going to call it a weakness cost, and it's going to cost you 1d4. So you're just going to type in negative d4, or like, whatever, and that's going to be, or negative 1d4 if you want to be whatever. That's how much it's going to cost you to use. And in this game, weaknesses are actually benefits, because overcoming your weakness is what helps your character evolve, right? And kind of change lore and things like that. So, got to change all these things. So just call it weak cost for now, because I had duplicated the thing and I didn't. Okay. So, and we'll talk about what these are in a minute. Next up, what we need to do is we need to go. Let me go back to my trusty rules book here, if it loads. And we have gone through power archetypes. So now what we can do is we can go ahead and roll for the actual biography, and then we'll do, after we roll for the biography, then we'll start to do some of the making it playable. So we're doing the biography first, and then we'll just have a couple little things to make it playable, and we'll be ready to go. So we're already almost done, which is great. So what I'll do is, well, let me ask you guys this. Do you have enough, because I could roll the bios for you later, because I know, like, I have ChatGPT and all that. Do you, based on what you have, do you have enough of an idea of your character?
Sure.
Probably, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so we'll skip the bio writing part for tonight, for just now, and I'll roll it for you guys later, and then you can change it or do whatever. So what we'll do is we will go down to crafting the actual, or creating the playable part of the character. So you're going to do factions if you haven't done factions, right? So factions are right here. So you'll create you'll select a faction, and then you'll copy paste the description of the faction, and that's done for ChatGPT, and then you'll copy paste the benefit name, the info, and the faction bonus, and you just pick one of the two. So all you have to do is roll a d6, and that'll auto select the faction, and then you can select a benefit.
Where's factions at? I don't see them.
Faction is actually going to be on my screen because I pulled it from public. So we're now in the admin only phase.
Okay.
So
so what do I need to roll for factions?
Just roll a d6.
D6?
Yeah.
1.
All right. So how can I do this to help you guys out? So 1 is the OG, right? So what I'll do is, since I have this, I'll just copy paste this on mine.
I was just gonna. Okay.
Here. And maybe I can do this. How can I help you with these? You know what? I'm gonna temporarily. I'm gonna make. Flint, what's the easiest way for me to do this without copy pasting it to everybody's thing by myself?
Yeah, I mean, can you share direct links to the pages, maybe? So it's not public, but it's...
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Let me just do that.
Just don't flash the link to,
Yeah. Yeah, let me just do that. That's I won't allow editing. You shouldn't be able to edit a comment. So that way
we can't fuck it up.
Yeah, can't fuck it up. Okay.
Oh, I can fuck it up.
So this is going in private chat.
Yep.
All right, so there's that. Doc says, what do I do with the personal trinket? So I removed personal trinket just because when I was rolling, when we were doing, here, I'll ask this question here. Doc has a really good question. It says, what do I do with the personal trinket under the starter kit section? I don't see a place for it on the new sheet. I removed the personal trinket one for right now because the character biography is so rich that adding just a personal trinket didn't really add more depth. It just became a thing. And so I eliminated it, at least right now, just to try to simplify a little bit. If you want to do it, let me know, and I'll hook you up. Also, Doc, I'm going to send you this link as well, so you can keep going. This is the factions link I just sent you, buddy. Cool. All right, so let me... So Andrew, do you kind of understand the what to do with factions? Or do you need a little assistance?
Didn't you already do it, or is there something else I need to do?
No, good question. So we got the faction description. Now you need to select. So there, each faction has options, right? So right now you have a benefit that comes with being a member of the OG faction. You can either be resourceful or you can be resilient, and it gives you a little bit of a bonus on your checks. So on those specific checks.
Do I roll for this?
No, you just pick.
Hey, Todd.
Yes.
Quick question. How do we get the hit points, XP, BAMF, inspiration, abilities, all the rest?
That's exactly what we're going through right now.
Okay.
So I will send you, it's in the faction. It's in the admin side, the private side.
All right.
Doc wants
So
to
we'll
jump
get
on.
there.
Doc wants to jump on screen. He totally can. So
Oh,
Doc,
so is it the Google link you just sent?
Yes.
Okay, let me take a look. Oh, no, that's a dice roller.
Did I put it? Let me see if I put it in private.
It's in private.
Yeah, it's in private. It's at the bottom.
These
All
are
right.
factions. Yeah.
It says factions in the URL. Yeah.
Okay, I've got my benefit in there.
All right.
How many faction benefits do we pick?
Just 1 out of 2.
Okay, there's 2 slots. Though.
There's 2. Just you can have some more later, but to start the game, just pick 1.
All right.
Cool. So I'll wait. Doc, I sent you a link, I think. Oh, is he in the? He might be in the. Hold on. I got windows and mice everywhere. Yo, what's up, Doc?
Hey, there he is.
What up?
How's it going, brother?
I got my Lucky Trial shirt on today.
All right. Hey,
SPF
Todd,
owes me nothing. I love it, dude. Holy shit. Where'd you get that?
ETH Denver. They just convicted him on all counts, by the way.
Did they really?
Yep.
Oh.
who just got convicted?
SBF.
Oh,
Should
wow.
is there some way he follows me on LinkedIn? Is there a way for me to get him off?
Shut up. Does he really?
Yeah.
Co-conspirator.
Wait, that's all I need.
That's
Literally all I need.
Wow.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's all I need. All right, so do we all get through the factions part? We're gonna do these last few pieces and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have the +2 to flexibility dex, but I don't know what my hit points or XP is.
Yep, we're gonna get there. You see hit points right here.
Creating your playable character. Let me take a look real quick.
Yeah, you're not. It's just. I'm gonna send you the link. I promise.
All right, please do, because I'm not seeing that.
No, you don't have access to it just yet. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
So the document, this part of the document is not public yet, because I'm still working on it. So it's almost ready. So now I'm going to send you the link to abilities in the private chat. Okay. It's just if I sent you all these links right now, it would just be like everywhere. It would be too much, right? And so there are 5 abilities: strength, endurance, dex, charm, and intelligence, right? And so now we're scrolling up to the top, basically, and we're going to do your abilities, ability die, hit points, all that kind of stuff.
You said scroll up to the top, abilities. Okay, got it.
Cool. So we are going to add your ability die. Your ability die comes from your primary power archetype, right? So what you picked has a power archetype. And this is one of those things that was a little hard for me to split up, is a little challenging. But basically, if you're, for instance, Andrew is a blaster. So if I go to the power archetypes and I go to blaster, Andrew's primary ability is strength. Okay? So that means what he's going to do is he's going to write down, here, I'll even do it for you. It's going to be, you're basically just going to copy this, strength, endurance, dex, charm. And you can just put STR, END, dex. I probably should put it in there in the final.
Yeah, especially if everybody's supposed to have it.
Yeah, everybody's going to have it. It'll be in the final sheet.
All right.
It'll be in the final sheet. And I'll take out the word, so it's just int, dex, whatever. I don't know. Oops. So, come on. It's not letting me delete. There it goes. And so what you're going to do is the way that we're rolling this in adult fantasy for the role-playing game is we have 5 die, a D4, a D6, a D8, a D10, and a D12. Okay? We're actually going to be leveling up those dice as we play the game so you get more power. So because your primary archetype, Andrew, is a blaster, and your that primary ability is strength, you're going to put your D12 right there. Okay? Because it's your archetype. Your primary archetype, that's what your power is. Makes a lot of sense. So now you can choose whatever else you want. But understand that, when we get into secondary archetypes, it'll make a little bit of a difference. So just for now, put the D12 in whatever your primary power archetype is.
Okay.
Right? And then you can start to select what you want for your secondary, tertiary, and so on, all the way down to a D4. So Flint did a D12 strength. He did a D10 dexterity, a D8 intelligence, a D6 charm, and a D4 endurance. So he is a strong, dexterous character, which is very interesting.
It's coming from that.
You took away the words, so I forgot what they mean again. Endurance, okay.
Yeah, strength, endurance, dexterity, charm, and intelligence.
Definitely.
And charm is both charisma and magic. Like you charm somebody like a magic, and you're charming. It's both.
All right, I'm good.
Todd, quick question.
Yes.
I have mythic. My primary ability is power, and secondary is charm. So where does that fit in?
Your primary is. We'll say this again.
Is power, and the second one is his charm.
Okay, so power. That's on Mythic says power.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a typo. So power is strength.
Strength, got it.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to write that down because that's a little bit of a typo. So good catch.
All right, and the secondary is charm. What would that be?
It would be charm.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm missing something here. Okay.
What the hell?
That's Avery.
No, it's me. I'm rolling, but I just rolled. So I'm rolling for the ability modifiers because I'm reading ahead, and I've gotten. Okay, for the audience, you have to roll 2 d4s, and it's one minus the other. And I've gotten the same number on both die every single time except for once.
So then it's a 0, huh?
Yeah. I've gotten three zeros in a row so far.
It's okay. It actually
I've
doesn't
gotten
harm
4
you.
zeros in a row so far.
God wants you to have a 0, Flint. Just take the L.
I've got a +3 on strength and +0s on literally everything else.
It actually doesn't hurt you too hard, to be honest.
I'm excited because I already kind of pictured my character being jacked, and so this is going to be absurd. And
This is going to be great.
So my strongest attribute has a +3 as well.
Great. So that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so does everybody have their ability scores, their main? So I know, Zach, you're still working on your ability score.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. Sorry.
No worries. Just no pressure. Just let me know when you're ready.
All right, D12.
Flint, you're done.
Yep.
Avery,
I'm kind of lost right now and don't really.
okay. What
All
what do you need help with?
Don't feel like it.
You just don't feel like doing it?
I got lost for a second and I'm
You're good, man. How about I'll help you out, okay? So you got strength, endurance, dex, charisma, and intelligence. Right? And then you have you are a what power do you want? Do you remember? Here, I'll go back. If you check the screen, if you just tell me what archetype you want. I think you were like a tank, right? No.
No, this character, I've been rolling for most of this stuff. It's enhanced.
Enhanced. Okay. So you're enhanced. So at the power archetype, I'm going to put in enhanced for you. And your primary thing is strength. And if you want a pure enhanced character, the primary is strength and the secondary is dexterity, but you can do whatever you want. So for strength, we're going to do D12, right? And what do you want him? What do you want his secondary, his D10 to be?
His endurance.
Okay, so he's a pure enhanced character, which is pretty cool. Okay,
No,
what do you want?
actually, you know what? Dexterity and strength is further down with this character.
So dexterity is what?
Higher than strength.
Okay, so for right now, if his power archetype is strength, or if his power archetype is enhanced, his primary has to be strength.
Oh, okay.
Because it won't make sense, right?
Okay.
But you can change if you really want a higher dex. I can.
No,
find you.
that's fine.
So do you want a dex? It's like a D10 then.
Yeah.
Okay. What about your D8?
Intelligence.
Okay. And D6
Endurance.
and D4 charisma charm.
Yeah. Yeah, he has no charm.
Awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do after you have those ability die in order, what we're going to do is we are going to add our ability modifier. Okay. So again, I have to change some of these. I'm in sort of the tweaking phase, making sure all the copy is right everywhere phase, which is why it takes a little while. So this is really, really simple. All you're going to do is you're going to roll 2 dice, and they're going to be 2d4, and that you just subtract the second one from the first one. So all I do is roll 2d4,
2.
and 4 minus 2 is a +2, and I go down each one. So my strength would have been a +2. Make sense?
Wait. So if I got a 1 and a 3, it's a -2?
A -2. And that is okay. It is not, it is, it is okay.
All right, let me do this.
Yes. So your top is, you either get, I think the highest you can get is a +3 and the lowest is a -3, right?
All right.
Okay. Got a -3 on dexterity. -2. I'm sucking at this game. Come on, intelligence. Give me some good intelligence. All right, +3. All right, I'm up. I'm up to date now.
Cool.
I'm where you are there.
Awesome. Everybody fairly well, I see Avery's still got his. Avery's got one more. Avery's got it almost done. Flint's got it almost done. Zach's got it done. Doc, how are you
I
doing?
have it almost done. What am I missing?
I think I'm okay, man. Hold on, I lost my my screen here.
Okay, no, you're good, Flint.
Yeah, it's several screens open, several people talking. I lose what we're doing.
Yeah, I know, it's a lot. You should see what my screens look like.
Probably a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Especially with all those browser tabs.
It's ridiculous. It's insane. It's absolutely nuts.
Close the
wicked.
Pornhub one.
Never.
Hey Todd, on the have we got to the weakness tags yet? I stepped out for a second.
Yeah,
Just-
we did weaknesses. All you have to do is based on your power archetype,
Yeah.
like whatever your like Avery is enhanced.
Yeah.
So he just goes to the power archetype and he picks 3 power tags and 3 weakness tags.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so I did that, but there's some like extra fields on here that weren't on the prior sheet, like the 1, 2, 3 power die, power modifier. Do I have to worry about any of that right now?
No, the only thing you have to do, and in fact, I'll hop over to help you. Power. So this is actually a typo. Let me change this. It is weak.
We only
Cost?
picked 3 on those. I picked.
Yeah, you only pick 3.
I filled out the whole thing.
I know. Just check out. Just do like 3. Just pick 3. Flint, you actually need your power tags and weakness tags.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You didn't get those. Andrew, I think Andrew got his because I did them. So if you notice, Doc, on the screen, so
Yeah.
the weakness, all the weakness tags, you start with a weakness cost of -1d4. So,
Okay, stay across the board. Yeah.
yeah, it's really so. Basically, what weaknesses are inside of adult fantasy are the weakness tags are used to actually build your character lore. Right.
Okay.
So you have actions that build up your strength and your power and your levels and all that kind of stuff, but that actually builds your character.
Okay.
So it's not, just because it says weakness, don't try to see it as a weakness. Like it's not a depowering as much as it is like a character building.
Now, is this the same on the power tags? Is there a power modifier that I need to put on there too?
No, there won't be a modifier. I think I actually deleted that for you. Yeah, you got it. Weak cost, you're good. You're fine.
Okay, cool. I think I'm good then.
Yeah, we'll put it in it should be in, just to show you, it'll be in this column under weak cost. I had a typo in there, so.
And
Cool.
where are these coming from again? The power tags and weakness tags?
They come from, here, I'll show you. So
Thank
if you pick your archetype, this is what took me forever. If every single archetype, if I go into Ghost, it literally has primary and secondary ability, and then it has all of your power tags, and then it has all of your weakness tags. And you can just roll for it if you want, or just pick one. And I even included like questions so you can create your own tags, like your own powers. So.
And are we starting with 1 each, or are we doing 3 each? So there's not 3 up on the screen.
Yeah, originally there was 1 weakness tag, but I think for this game I'm gonna try for 3.
Okay.
I think it'll be it's a guess that it's gonna be a little more engaging. I'm not really. This is one of those playtest things. I'm not really into a playtest, but cool.
Awesome.
All right, so I think we're all caught up. We're almost there. Levels. So this is super, super simple. One of the things that happens inside of, and this is something new that I just came up with, but I think it's going to help us out a lot, and it's going to matter for leveling up. When you're playing an RPG game, it's actually really difficult sometimes to know who's best for a task, right? And Flint, you know this. Zach, you know this, and Doc, I'm sure you do too. Like if you're playing and you're like, okay, who wants to go in? It's like, who has the biggest strength? It's hard discussion, right? And so what we're going to do is next to your ability score, right next to your ability score, all you're going to do is put the level. So if it's a D4, it's a level 1, D6 is a 2, D8 is a 3, D10 is a 4, D12 is a 5, and you don't have a D20 yet, right? And that way you'll know the level so that if it's a strength task, everyone can say, I'm a level 3, I'm a level 4, I'm a level 1, and it helps you make a decision pretty quick.
Okay.
This makes sense?
Yep.
Okay.
The level 5 is the highest for your D12, right?
Correct.
Cool.
And eventually you'll be able to bump that up and some other cool things, hopefully. cool. And you can do the same thing with your power tags and your weakness tags. So your power tags will all be level 1, and your weakness tags are basically level 1 as well. Cool. All good. All right. Next up, we're almost there.
All right.
Let's go to hit points.
Oh, not quite ready yet, Todd.
Okay, no worries.
Sorry.
Are you actually rolling a dice?
Hell yeah.
Is that what
He's a
that noise?
super nerd.
Okay, okay.
He's a nerd, dude.
All right.
So the weak costs are all negative D4s. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then the power die for the power tags is a positive D4.
Correct.
Okay. And what's the power modifier?
The power modifier, here, I'll show you, Andrews.
Thank you.
So power die right now will all be D4. Power modifier will be 0.
Okay.
And you'll start at a level 1.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. And
All
Jack,
right.
this is for you too.
Right.
Boop, 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 boop.
Thank you.
Cool. Let me know, does anybody else need a little more time before you do hit points?
Hit points is the next part.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that at?
So hit points is right here. I'm just going to read it off to you because it's really easy. This is super easy. All you're going to do is roll a 1d8 to start.
2.
So you're going to start with 2 hit points.
So where do you put that?
Right here in hit points, HP.
Where? Oh,
Top right underneath your character.
okay. Okay.
Very top.
There you go. Okay, I'm there.
Okay. Very quick. Starting kit, I think I accidentally, this is one of those things I deleted, didn't it? By accident. So I actually deleted the starting kit. It's fine. We'll just skip that for right now. I actually have a question. This is like a game design question. Should I actually cut the starting kit? Is it actually necessary? Like you're gonna have a starting weapon. Do you need a starting kit?
What's in the starting kit?
So there are a D20 starter kit. If you look at the screen, you can kind of read some of it.
Yeah. So my personal preference in D&D rules,
yeah,
you can either start with a starting kit, adventurer's kit, cave diver's kit, whatever, or you can start with a fixed amount of gold and purchase items that you want.
Right.
And for me, I prefer that second method. I think it's a little more versatile, or it gives a little more freedom to the player to figure out what their character would actually use and have. But it does mean having like item tables available and stuff.
Yeah, well, I was going to do that anyway, and I have a bunch of them kind of in the process. I like that too, because I'll be honest, like my games, the games that I've been a part of, usually start with both, right? Where you have the gold or you have the coin, and you're able to buy a couple things, and you have the starter kit. I think I've been in one game where somebody decided to play cards beside a fireplace or something, but like I've never really been personally part of a game that like used it.
Yeah, the only way that the starting kit has ever come into a game for me is the question: do I have rope or do I not have rope?
Right.
But you could actually have that inside of. You could actually have that as like literally you could add rope in an item store and
you just go buy rope.
go buy rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything else in the starting pack in D&D, like, I'm not saying it's useless. I'm saying that people get the starting pack and just kind of forget about it.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because I honestly, like, especially when you're designing this kind of thing, like, I honestly added like starting kit and personal trinkets purely because that's like standard RPG, but I've never used a personal trinket and I've never
No one
used a starter
does.
kit.
No one
Right?
does.
Okay.
Very few people use the trinkets. No one uses the starting.
Okay, cool. So then we should
In my
totally cut it.
experience.
I'm down with cutting it. Awesome.
Other people's mileage may vary. Feel free to disagree with me. Other folks on the call that have done tabletop, but that's my view.
Well, I think that there's a lot of starter kit contents, if I remember. So, like I've got it, because I still have mine from the old. It's like data spike, virtual reality headset, decryption software, portable keyboard, multi-device charging cable. Now, if those have like real purpose in a shop, or it's just fluff, it could just be.
It's
like, do they have stats? Like, if I'm decrypting,
Right.
do I have to roll? Do I have to
Right.
roll?
No,
like,
there's no
dexterity or something. It's just I have it.
You just have it. And
Yeah.
but actually maybe what we could do is take the stuff out of the starter kit and put it in like the fantasy bodega, right? And actually and actually have that be like something you could purchase, right?
Yeah.
Like then you make it like if you really want a VR kit, you can have it, but if you don't, then you don't have to have it. Like why lug it around, right?
I mean, it's cool. I think it's cool because it goes in with the bio and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll split them out. Maybe I'll use that stuff as like, because we're gonna have levels of stuff to buy anyway. So maybe I peel out all of the items that are in this, like restraint, scanner, implant locator, compact tent, compact drone. Like I can list those as sort of like a level 1 thing that you could have or buy, and that would be a fairly affordable. Like,
I think starting with 1 item over 5 might be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like with what I just read off, like, oh, I've got a data spike, VR, decryption, portable keyboard. Like I'm already a badass, right? If I'm a skilled hacksaw, like what else do I need, right?
Right.
But they're not weapons. They're not weapons, so there's something that I'm going to roll. But if there's like items with like a feature, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But starting off with one thing,
that makes sense. Like you start off with maybe 1 or 2 things that you can buy, and then you're also going to have a starting weapon too, right? So
yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That actually helps a lot. So let me just say, I'll just like open up starter kit.
And my multi-device charging cable in case I got to plug in anybody's sword.
Right on. All right. So now we're going to go down to weapons. All right. So we're going to go to weapon. And you're just going to roll a d20.
Okay,
and I will just tell you what you have.
Okay.
All right.
I have a 20. Ooh, this better be damn good.
You got a bow staff.
Bow staff.
And so you'll just write down bow staff. It does 1d6 kinetic damage. You can hit 1 target.
6. 1 target. Attack per rounds.
Yep, 1 attack per round.
Ability
action can be used to parry incoming attacks if you wanted to add something.
Hey Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Can you send me the link regarding hit points, weapons, and all that? Because I only have access to the abilities.
Yeah. So hit points, all you have to do is roll a d8.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me help Zach real quick.
Boop, 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 boop.
All right. And Banff and inspiration.
We haven't done that yet. So that you moved. So you rolled an 8 for hit points.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to go in the hit points column there. I'm just going to clean it up really quick for you.
Okay,
Zach.
thank you. Sorry, I'm having trouble breathing right now.
It's okay.
Oh,
you feeling okay?
Just really allergized. And let's just say I had kind of a day from hell. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
All I will say is, I really, 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 really hate the fucking IRS.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay, so Zach, when you have time, you'll need to get 2 more weaknesses. But we can do that. But we can do that in another minute. That's not huge. That's okay.
So what's after weapons?
Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So let me get everybody, because everyone here. Let me share this. Well, it'll be easier if I just do it. So roll a d20. Doc, I'll just go down the list. Doc, roll a d20 and let me know what you got.
Oh, yep. Hold on. I've lost in my computer somewhere. Dude, I got way too many tabs. What are we rolling for?
Weapons.
I got mine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think I'm filled out. Because I had my character sheet saved from the last
before.
time. So
Okay.
yeah, I've got a stun baton.
Awesome. Hey, what's up, MK? How you doing? Sorry, MK. I was deep in the private links here. MK says rope, caltrops, and a stick.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Fantasy bodega.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour fantasy bodega, strip club, and marriage license place. Funeral parlor. Strip club and funeral parlor. I get Flint. You just got that the 24 hours.
I'm just letting it all soak in, man.
Strip club and funeral parlor.
Oh boy.
It's your one-stop shop, man. It also makes great Mexican food and Chinese food.
Wow.
My favorite place in New York City was a place called Taco King. And
Love it.
And see, Andrew knows. I took him to Taco King many a time.
Many times.
Andrew, does Taco King serve tacos?
Probably, but I doubt it.
No, they don't. Tacos are not on the menu.
Really?
It is a Chinese food restaurant that also serves hamburgers. You can get hamburgers, fried chicken, and lobster at this Chinese restaurant called Taco King, but they do not serve tacos.
Amazing.
And they were.
Honestly, I
were
thought they
wicked.
did serve tacos. We just never ordered them.
No, it's not on the menu.
I love it. I love it when businesses have like a strange combination. Like
Yeah.
there was just one place near where I went to school, which was in a very sketchy neighborhood, let's say. That was a combination payday loan tattoo parlor.
Nice.
And it was my favorite thing.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's
Love
definitely the next business I'm looking into.
There you go.
investing in.
You know, Flint, roll a d20.
I already rolled. I got an 8.
8. So you're right here.
Yeah.
Laser pistol, 1d8, 1 target, 1 attack per round, can penetrate armor.
All right, let me-
That's actually pretty fucking good. Actually,
Yeah, that sounds
penetrate
awesome.
armor.
Pistol.
Now, I actually need to ping this because I need to define what armor tier.
Yeah. Good.
Right, just 1. Perfect. Does anybody else? Well, let's see. Avery.
12.
Oh, you already got it. You actually wrote down your pistol 1d8 kinetic.
Yeah, because I could see it on the screen, so I was.
Dope. Awesome. Zach, you wanna roll a d20 and I'll tell you what weapon you got.
I got a 16.
16. You got a baseball bat.
Nice.
1d10, 1 target, 1 attack.
All right, let me write that down. Or you want to do it?
I'll do it for you. It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the idea I have for this character, his name is Jim Morrissey,
Nice.
and he's basically like a wannabe rock star.
Oh, then a baseball bat is kind of perfect. It's almost like a Casey Jones kind of character.
Yeah. It's like the Ramones, man. Beat on the bat with a baseball bat.
That is my 4-year-old's all-time favorite song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Except she says.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dad. I don't know. It's just something in the air that's making me run like a tap right now. So
That's okay.
I'm just trying to lean back and not dribble over my keyboard.
No, man, you're good, dude.
Sorry, you're not feeling good.
Yeah, man. All right, final, revised final. Okay, so we're gonna do BAMP, and then we're almost done. So BAMP is really simple. You're just gonna roll 3d100.
Wait, where's Banff at?
BAMP is on my
Oh,
screen.
I see it.
All you have to do is roll 3d100. And you're just gonna add
3D100?
yeah, so 3d100. So you can get up to 300 BAMF coins, right? You're just gonna add them all together.
Okay, I'm glad that I joined here because did you change this? Because my BAMF says 1 from the last one.
No, maybe you rolled. Did you roll a 1?
How could I roll?
How
Can I
It's not
roll
even
1
possible.
with 3 die 100?
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
literally
even
not possible.
All right, I rolled a 35, a 95, and a 46 for a total of 176.
Great job.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's excellent.
All right. Did we skip the XP? Because I don't have anything in there.
No, you won't have anything in there.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
yet.
Probably
Just
same
want to
with
make sure I didn't miss
inspiration,
something.
Oh, what's that, Flint?
Probably the same with inspiration, right?
Correct.
That's
right.
more
And,
of a
and I'll
deep
probably now, every time I see it and every time we go through it, I get a little more clarity. So I'll probably move XP a little over so there's no holes in the, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
no negative spaces and all that kind of stuff. But
193, baby.
awesome. Good job.
That's a
Nice.
lot better than 1.
1 is pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You can't even buy like something out of the homie out of the machine. Oh,
You
shit.
can't even- We started this call, Doc. Andrew was on a prank call where he was talking about, trying to convince the guy that he needed loose women. And I don't think you could do that with 1 BAMP.
No. Well, I mean, I don't know. It depends on the
Depends on
area
the
town you're in.
The ETH value of BAMP. Oh, God.
Do.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right. So next we've got armor. You are going to basically buy your armor. So you don't have to have armor to start. If you want armor, this is the cost. You can really only afford tier 1 armor at most. So if you have 175 BAMF, you could buy basic combat armor, or you can save it. At some point, very soon, we'll have the fantasy bodega chart, so you could actually spend, if you want to spend money on more weaponry or something else before you go out into the wilderness. Maybe we can give you a trash bag that looks like armor or something.
How much would leather pants, a leather vest, and a Megadeth T-shirt set me back?
Oh, dude, I think you have that. I think you carry that. It will cost me nothing.
Yeah, and as far as the BAMF goes, I think what I'm going to do is just save it so I can get myself a 6-string Fender Strat.
I like that.
That shoots flames out of the neck when I do a Pete Townsend style, spinny arm thing.
Dope. I like this. I absolutely like this. Awesome. And
Will
so
the bodega stock assless chaps?
it
for
does
Drew?
now. I'm writing it down.
Okay.
Who said
With
Drew?
light-
What was somebody implying there?
With some lightning bolts down the legs, really nice, classy stuff.
Assless chaps. Assless chaps are the best. I mean, all right.
Yes, Todd?
Nothing. Next question. Let's see. Starting bonus. I don't think any of us qualify. If this okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I want you to go to your ability modifiers right here. Okay, your main ability modifiers, and I want you to add them together. And if the sum of your ability scores is negative, then you're going to get a bonus. Okay? So add those numbers up, and if it's negative, you're going to get a bonus.
Add what numbers up? I'm sorry. I got
These
lost.
numbers right here, the ability, so your strength, endurance, dex, charm, and intelligence. If you add those numbers up and it's still negative, let me know.
-1, -3. Mine's -3 overall.
Okay, so you're going to get a bonus.
Oh, cool.
0.
Okay, so that's not negative, so that's okay. You're
I
good.
achieved chem, and I 0 summed.
He's 0 summed. Does anyone else have a negative ability modifier number?
I do not.
Okay.
In fact, my total like taps out at 9.
Awesome. All right, that's great. Okay, so Andrew, what you're going to do is you're going to roll a d12.
Uh-huh.
So roll that d12.
I have an 11. Woo!
Awesome. So an 11 is a fortunate discovery. You just got tier 1 armor, sir.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You just got tier 1 armor. So what we're going to do is I am going to that's a great win, bro.
Cool.
Go back to armor, and I'll go down to tier 1 armor tier 1. And so what you'll do is inside armor. Here, I'll even do it for you.
All right.
We'll just copy paste armor tier. Well, that's tier 1. Armor tier 1. Armor name is basic combat armor. Damage is -1. And description provides basic protection. So you got a bonus, which is pretty good. So damage is -1, meaning like if something hits you for 3 damage, you actually only take 2 damage and all that stuff. So that's pretty good.
All
Wicked.
right.
You guys, does everybody have all of their stuff filled in?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
Question on the armor.
Yes.
Because in the old sheet, I'm not sure if something changed, but I had basic combat armor on there already. But you said we'd have to buy that with BAMF, right? So should I take that off of there?
Yeah, I would take it off. I would
Okay.
take it off. Yeah, it's probably, Doc, it probably has changed since last time we did this.
Yeah,
'cause
just
it's-
just a couple small discrepancies that I think
No.
I think I'm good otherwise though.
Right on. So just out of curiosity, we'll move into the next part, which is going to be just a discussion about your character, so I can take some notes, and we'll actually put some notes in your character sheet so that it'll help me create some story hooks into the campaign that actually helps your character grow and develop, right? Because I want you to encounter and take part in things that you want to take part in that is going to help your character kind of develop in the way you want your character to develop, or at least in the right path. So before we do that, I guess my question for you guys is like, what do you think? How was the experience of doing this? Was
Not
it
too bad.
Not too bad? Was it painful, confusing, total
No.
shit? Like,
No,
Painful.
I mean, compared to some games I've done, this is actually pretty straightforward.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look this way. If we were rolling up a Rifts game, we'd still be like trying to figure out the stats.
well,
I
yeah. I mean, I've been in games where it takes like 8 hours to come up with a character. So
Yeah, I think there's probably some polish that could happen with the process and like the order that you're going through the character sheet, but the actual actions that you're doing are pretty simple.
cool. I totally agree. If you have some advice, like I'm totally down, because I know you kind of hop around the page a lot.
That's really my main complaint.
Yeah.
You kind of get lost.
That
in
was
the
a little
sauce
confusing
bit.
for a
Yeah.
newbie.
Okay, fair enough. So, so maybe because I need to because I'm trying to release the character builder separately, it's all chunked down and towards the bottom, which makes more sense because you're going to be playing at the top, right? But yeah, maybe I'll try to. It's hard because if you pick your power archetype first, and then you jump into power tags, you're kind of skipping ability, right? So I'm totally open, Flint, if you have any like advice, like what that polish could be in terms of like, so we're not bouncing around so much on the top half of the sheet. That would totally help. So
yeah, I'll think about it some. I think one thing that you could do, I think it's fine to do the story stuff first and have that separate, and then do the actual mechanical stats later. And the way you have it listed, I think is fine. Some separation in design in the character sheet might help that a little bit.
Oh, like actually two separate pages
or two separate blocks in the page. Right now you're stuck in Notion's formatting, so there's limits to what you can do.
Right.
But there's some design work that you could do with like an actual.
I see. So yeah. So actually, like look
clean
like
that up a little.
like almost like how like D&D has it, where like the stats are all on one side, and then it kind of moves over.
Yeah. Well, I think once you get out of the Notion phase, I think it's fine for what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
and I'm.
Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, some design there once we're out of that phase could help smooth it a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right. And like the biggest tripping point for me as a designer on this is like, you get your power archetype early and you get your powers early. We get them in two different spots, really.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's like, maybe I can smooth some things out. It's just, it's challenging to bounce around the thing, but I'm totally down. If anyone wants to sketch something out, look at the directions and maybe sketch out something, that would help me out a lot, actually. So I'm totally down.
The only other suggestion I have right now is related to the power tags and weakness tags. I think just a little more text on what to do there in the documentation would be helpful.
Okay.
I didn't know where the weakness cost was coming from. I didn't know where the power die is coming from, and maybe that's there and I missed it. But
hold on, let me really write this down. Power weakness.
Yeah.
And this was it was specifically for the power die and weakness cost.
Yeah, and like power modifier. Although like that made sense after you. It all makes sense once you explain it. But
cool. Yeah, I will address that for sure. And a lot of this is still in flux. Like even today, I was kind of like kind of railing on Dusty, like kind of like just verbal diarrhea on like how weakness tags work. You know what I mean? I was like, well, I could do this, and then and he was like, I don't even understand. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna cut all of that, and so I simplified it just because Dusty looked like he was about to like fall out of his chair. I was like, all right, bro.
Dusty's a good sounding board, I think, for those things. I don't think he plays tabletop games.
He does not,
right?
which is exactly why. And it's honestly like,
that's awesome.
The one thing I'll say about this before we jump into the next step here for the last few minutes is like, the one thing that makes me really proud of this so far is that like Avery and Andrew and Dusty and Ramel don't play role-playing games and have, to my knowledge, have never played a role-playing game, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, right? But like,
I've never played a tabletop game.
Right. And so being able to go through and have them create a character like with kind of little assistance is actually pretty wicked. Because I still can't create a D&D character.
D&D Beyond, baby.
I played video game role-playing games where this kind of stuff is
done for you.
some of it's done for you and in the background, or picking it's a little different. Like your hand is held through it. You're kind of unless you unless you play Daggerfall,
Right.
then then I hope you like banking because it goes that deep. There's even banking in the game.
Cool. So the last thing that we have to do is, and you don't have to do this right now, but you'll have to come up with a name for your character. And then what we're going to move into, though, is I'm going to just pull up on my screen story hooks. And this is just really notes, like, so we're just going to talk really quick. I'll go down everyone's sheet and we'll just kind of talk about it. So this is really based on who your character is in your own mind. And I'm going to go down all the way to the bottom to notes, which is why it's here. And like, we're going to go into the backgrounds. We'll have this backstories. I'll generate a backstory for you guys through ChatGPT. And if you don't like it, totally feel free to change it. I'll just put it in there to try to save some time for you guys.
My character's name is Batman.
Okay. That's fine. You can do whatever you want.
You know, I could be wrong.
There's a silent E between the T and the M.
Bateman.
I named my character
That's more like it.
Named your character what, Avery?
Vivek.
Vivek?
Vivek.
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 Vivek. Marwin.
So my question really is like, let's start with you, Andrew. So like, based on your character, or on like who you want your character to be, like, what are their missions? Like, what's their needs and wants and their like it says on the screen, moral dilemmas. Like, tell me a little bit about your character and what your character really is after. Because if I check out your character and you've got like connection and community, personality traits, like tell me in your mind, like, without giving me the total bio, because I'll probably generate yours, Andrew, and you'll probably change it, and that's totally fine. But like, what is this character after, and like what? Tell me about it.
Honestly, the last time we did character building, my character was in my mind was developing as a villain, a bank robber, and this guy still seems right up there, right in line with what I was originally thinking about. He's just got a different power set, different. Like originally, my guy had roller skates. This guy has a bow staff. He could still have roller skates, but he's still, in my mind, the same character. Okay. He's just more fleshed out now.
Okay, so in this character, like tell me a little bit about his personality.
He's insane.
Okay. What does that mean?
He's very much like the Joker if the Joker robbed banks on roller skates. You know? That's my original idea for him.
I know this is all typo, but whatever. Okay. Like, so what would make him join up with a team? Because we're going to be part of a crew. And it doesn't mean we could also be like a bunch of villains. Like, it could be like Suicide Squad for all I care. Like, it could be.
Honestly, as somebody's going to have to offer him a lot of money, and the idea of becoming famous, that was one of his motivations and drives, to be famous. So, money and fame, give it to me.
All right. Is there anything in his character? Let me see his character beliefs. Jams, resorting to violence, having mystery.
Yep.
What's the mystery that has been plaguing him?
I don't know. I have to think about it.
Okay.
I don't know. Chat, whatever. The AI, the stupid AI program will probably come up with something for that.
Sure, that's fine. Who's this past relationship? This old teammate who is now a celebrity.
Maybe he was a sidekick, and whoever was his former person went on to power and fame, and he didn't get it. And it's one of the things he wants: power, fame.
That's cool.
I'm a very twisted individual.
Yeah. You're like every celebrity I've ever met. What happened? What was the negative life event? The loss of a child or family member?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Okay, no worries.
It was one of those. It was one of those ones that didn't immediately pop to mind. So
okay, no problem. The positive life event and romantic gesture. Can you tell me about that?
Made a grand romantic gesture showing the depth of the character's love and commitment. Tragic loss. Lost a child or family member in a tragic accident, crippling with grief and unfairness of life. Romantic gesture is he did something to like his high school sweetheart. She became his wife and then tragically died in like a horrific accident, like right in front of him.
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
And he's haunted by her.
Oh, okay.
Everything he does, he sees her judging him.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Don't do a self-insert there, sir. All right. I'm just gonna go straight down the road. That's perfect. So, Doc, we're gonna do the same thing. If you want to kind of look at your, I had on screen here. If you want to look at your role, personality, attributes, drive and motivation. Let's do.
So with mine,
yeah.
In the former one, you had the like you had some extra stuff. I ran it all through ChatGPT already, so I'm just going with whatever's in the origin story.
Yeah,
you want personality traits?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's like, he's an alien who's afraid of sharp objects, right? And that's why he becomes a professional bowler here on Earth. I mean, it's like part of the jam.
The
so
just completely round.
Yeah. So I mean, all of his, and he's a gadgeteer, right? He was shunned from his planet because as a toy maker, but he yearned for wealth and power. So he shifted his gadgetry to weapons of war and was exiled. Right, that's in the bio. So this guy's like a combination of suave pimp daddy bowler by day, mad scientist, dominant takeover of the world, megalomaniac by night. But he's very sensitive, also. in the same vein. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He just doesn't get respect by his entire planet. So,
I love his character. It's fucking great. Awesome, man. So he says, let's see, he's got, right, exiled, unexpected opportunity. Okay, great. I think that's pretty good. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
He's also, so I guess one of his weaknesses is weakness to human disease or something like that. But he's such a ladies' man at the bowling alley. It really makes it hard to talk with women because he's just terribly afraid of getting an STD. So he tries. I don't know. Just making shit up. I have no idea, man.
No, that's great. I think that's excellent, man.
That was one of my issues too, but my age, screw it.
We're not talking about real life though, man. It's okay. It's okay. It's totally fine. All right, so perfect job, man. I think that's great.
All right.
Let's do Flint.
Sure. So here's the short version of the backstory, and I've got my character's goals kind of worked out.
Okay.
So my character was like born and raised in the swarm. So she was like born of experiments by the swarm. And she eventually, like in her like teens, really starts disagreeing with what Swarm is doing, doesn't like the unethical experiments that they're doing, and she escapes and goes out and lives her life, fights crime, tries to do good in her community, that sort of thing. Meets someone, they get married, they fight crime together. He turns out to be a secret Swarm agent who's trying to bring her back into the fold. And so betrays her, and her goal now in Swarm, find her husband, kill him.
Wow.
Revenge. Yeah. Still trying to do good in the community, but fuck Swarm, basically.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like do good,
But fuck those guys.
but revenge at all costs.
Yeah.
That's dope, dude. I like that. That you can do a lot with that.
Hell yeah.
Right on. I think that sounds really good. Cool. Avery.
What?
You want to tell me a little bit about your character?
I don't know anything about my character.
Cool. Let's see. Let me ask you a couple questions then. He wants to be in control of his own destiny. Yeah, what's his past relationship? He's a former contact who is now a trusted advisor, but may also have their own agenda. Who is the former contact? Who might that be? A past relationship?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep asking questions until you come up with something. And if you don't, it's fine. I have the bio. The bio takes care of a lot of it, actually. Current obsession is discovering a secret hidden in plain sight. What do you know what that secret might be? Like, what is the character trying to discover?
The corruption of the Swarm.
Ooh.
Because he's Swarm. You know what? He's Swarm, but he stays in Swarm because he wants to amass power. Because he's one of those villains that thinks the world would be better off if he's in charge. He's not evil. He just thinks he should be the one in charge. Like Dr. Doom. Like, sometimes Dr. Doom does good guy stuff.
Right.
Because he thinks the world would be better off if he's in charge. But that's also why he does evil shit.
Totally. This is going to be interesting because you're going to be in Swarm and you're going to be with a teammate that has vowed to destroy it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
and my objective is more like to take it over and use it for what I think it should be.
Yeah, like once to take Swarm over. I'm also not personally. I don't have the mechanics for it necessarily, but I'm not opposed to two players beating the shit out of each other. We did a couple rounds.
PvP.
Just
my
saying.
character hides those motivations. No one knows.
Ah, okay, so they're hidden.
That's his hidden motivation. That's the reason he stays. He's also a criminal thief, so he's stealing as much as he can from Swarm.
Now, would he, if another teammate, if a teammate, for instance, like Flint's character, was trying to do something to take Swarm down, or like if you were invading Swarm's headquarters, do you think he would secretly try to sabotage Flint's character?
Only once he got what he wanted. Like if he would use Flint's character to get whoever was in his way from moving up out of the way, then he would betray.
Interesting.
Like, oh, I want to stay in Swarm and control it. This person wants to destroy them. Let me use them to get rid of the person I want. My hands are clean.
Right.
I
like
can
use them
stay in
as-
Swarm and get rid of them.
or like use them, you sabotage them or use them as a tool. Right.
Yes. So my character doesn't trust anybody
Love it.
and thinks they're the one that should, they're the one that should be in control.
Love it. That's super cool, man. So positive life event, reconciliation with the past, made amends with someone from their past, healing old wounds and finding closure. Do you know that story at all?
No, I don't.
No problem. Negative life event, experimentation. You were a test subject.
Yeah.
Now this is fascinating because Flint's character was a test subject too.
Yes. Yes. And that's why my character doesn't trust anybody, because everybody he's known is always poking and prodding and implanting weird shit in their body. That's why my character has ultraviolet vision. Who knows what other implants they have and can do.
Got it. Awesome, man. I think that's great. I think that's excellent. That's plenty. Cool. Anything else you'd like to add before we move on?
No, that's it.
Right on. These are great characters. I'm really excited. Zach.
You.
You have
I have some ideas. Yes.
some ideas. Cool. Well, you're a wordsmith, so you just hit me and I'll write it down.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I'll tell you real briefly. The character, his name is Jim Morrissey, and he thinks of himself as Keith Richards' long lost bastard son. And his goal for joining Swarm is that he's heard a rumor that once upon a time the absolutely greatest rock, hard rock riff ever was laid down on a solid platinum disc by the original god of rock himself, whose name cannot be mentioned because they simply hear it would cause your brain to melt out of pure awesomeness. This riff was played once. It was etched onto a platinum disc and hidden away hidden away in a secret place. He seeks the riff because the one who plays it will be acknowledged as the greatest rock god ever, and it will bring an end to the scourge of K-pop and boy bands and any kind of music that isn't played by a skinny white guy with long hair on a badly tuned guitar.
Excellent.
All right, so yeah, basically, yeah. And by the way, I totally ripped that off from an old Onion article.
No, not bad. That's great.
Back when the Onion was actually funny.
You have a past relationship with an old business partner who now runs a successful tech startup. It may have valuable technology.
Basically, he was in a band called the I'll make some shit up. No, that's not the actual name of the band.
Yeah,
but
that's fine. Yeah.
But called something. But and we'll see that guy was the drummer. And of course, if you know anything about bands, no one ever takes a drummer seriously. So the drummer is basically like Keith Moon, but if he wanted to become like Mark Zuckerberg or SBF.
Okay, do you know what kind of technology he might have? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We can make that up.
Crypto, of course.
Yeah, of course. Fair enough.
Stay relevant, people.
Fair enough. He has a current obsession with uncovering a long lost family secret.
His father was there when the Supreme Riff was created, and he tattooed the location on his butt cheek when he was a child. Unfortunately, dad was incredibly drunk when he did it, so the tattoo is totally illegible, and he's trying to find someone who can translate it for him. And the funny thing is, guys, I'm not even drunk yet. So, and basically, this guy's like every bad rock and roll cliche you can think of. But
love it.
He can fly. He can do mind control, and he's still hanging on for that flame breathing Stratocaster.
Awesome. Let's see. Embrace creativity. That makes sense. Disappeared. Negative life event. Disappeared. Betrayed by a government or authority figure, someone close to your character, such as sibling, partner, or best friend. Disappeared without a trace. What happened?
His manager, the evil rock manager. He wrote this incredibly good song. I mean, the kind of song that only comes like once in a lifetime for most people. And his manager stole it from him, and basically gave it to a Justin Bieber type character who totally ruined it. So it's as if like if someone took like Street Fighting Man and gave it to a Shawn Mendes to sing.
Cool. So this manager did this dastardly deed and then kind of like disappeared, right? Kind
With all the
of
royalties, yes.
Okay, got it. Okay, excellent. I think that's pretty much it, man. I think we're pretty good.
Hell yeah.
What do you guys think? Like, is there anything else that anyone wants to add to their character or any
Groupies.
notes? What's that? Groupies.
Or cheap,
cheap women.
I swear he said boobies.
I was gonna say.
Groupies.
I thought he said roofies.
Roofies and groupies.
Groupies.
I need to go.
All right, guys. Sorry, the cough medicine's starting to kick in. So
no, man, you are good. You are absolutely great.
So I take no responsibility for the shit for anything that comes out of my mouth after this.
No, you guys are great. So we're good. I think we have all of our characters. I will get Dusty's character and hopefully Ramel, if he wants to join us, he can pop a character together, or maybe I can make one for him, which I might do. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll make a couple of pre-gen characters just in case we need them. But what do you guys think? You feel ready to play and feel good about your characters?
Feeling good?
Feeling good.
Sure,
Awesome.
sure.
Awesome. I will, over the weekend, I will use ChatGPT and create a bio. Again, feel free to write your own, change whatever you want. I'm just going to kind of fill the blanks in so that we have a little bit of a set to go by. Excellent. With that, I mean, look at that. I am actually incredibly surprised because I knew I was going to slow us down because the hit point section, like the actual making the character playable, wasn't public yet, so you couldn't just roll through it. And we haven't done it that often. But we got done in about an hour, or more or less, about an hour and a half. Like we got done in time. So I think that's pretty good.
Oh, this many characters in 2 hours created? That's pretty good.
And we talked shit for a good 30 minutes of that. So
Yeah. There was lots of who, what, I'm lost.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Like,
But I also, to Flint's point though, like we've done the biography side so much that you see how smooth that part was. Like it was just like doom. It was just done. And then you can kind of tell the part that needs the polish to Flint's point, which is like, okay, ability score, how does that work? How does this all fit in? So I'm going to just try to finish off the rules first. And then I'm going to try to go back and do a little bit of polish. There's going to be typos and stuff. Like I said, like I'm in the mode now where like I changed one word. I changed a word to the word modifier. And now I have to go back through like 150 pages to like make sure that it always has the same like word. So you don't get confused. Right. There's going to be typos. There's going to be stuff to catch. Yeah, I think we're getting there, man. I think at least it's definitely good enough to play test. So, I'm very excited. So we'll set something up for next week. Doc, are you going to join us for next week? You're going to be jumping in?
Yep. I got it blocked out in my calendar already. So.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
Wicked, man. Okay. Well, cool, guys. Well, I love you all. Happy lore games.
Actually, no. Today's Thursday, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a local conference in Kansas City I'm speaking at, so
no worries.
it'll have to be
week after.
week
You
after.
can. It is not a problem to be a drop-in at all.
Cool.
We will hook you up. So, yeah, love you, man. Love you guys. Thank you so much for doing this and for playing and for helping out so much. This has been a just to kind of show where this is and where it's kind of heading to and heading from. Like you can see, this is everything with a green check is ready to go, but you can kind of see like how much I've written in the last few months. It's
Yeah, man, that's a lot.
so much, right? Like we've got the mission generator, and then like there's your pre-gen characters. Oops. And then the stuff that I cut that's still there at some point is all this stuff down here, right? I mean, there's just a ton of shit. So like there's just a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's great. I mean, it's rules light, but it's a shit ton of work to make something simple.
Right.
You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hell of a lot. It's a hell of a lot.
Look at how many writers they have at the credits for like role playing games when you pick up the books.
Yeah, I understand now why.
Yeah.
But,
like there's when I was doing those back when I was I did Vampire and World of Darkness illustrations. There's times they would send me my notes, and I would have to ask them what certain things mean because like the descriptions of things talking to me in gamer speak, and I'm just like, what does this mean?
Yep.
Oh, it just means that's the player. Okay,
right.
why doesn't it say the player does? I didn't even need that information. You're confusing me.
That's right. It's really hard to make something that is simple enough for like anyone to play, like people who've never played before, but robust enough for people who've been playing RPGs or D&D or whatever for years to be like, oh, this is fun. Like it's challenging.
Yeah, I would be going through these notes just send me the part where you want me to draw a vampire biting somebody. Like that's the only part I need to know.
I need to get some of those old books, Avery. I know you have a stack of them.
I don't even have all the books I worked on. They were at the end, dude. They were bad about sending comps. I didn't get all my comps, and there's a couple of projects over the years I never got paid for.
Did White Wolf go out of business?
It's split up between two different people, two different companies or something. It's weird. It's a different company. It's owned by Onyx Path now.
Oh, interesting.
But it's still White Wolf, World of Darkness, and Vampire.
I think there was like some sort of dust up a few years ago over some content in one of their books. There was a cancellation mod that came after them. Something like that.
Yeah, because they're weird.
Yeah. And
they're still around. The last time I was contacted by them, I was just like, no, I don't want to do it.
Well, I know there's like a Kickstarter for a release of like a revised of World of Darkness, but
yeah,
I remember White Wolf. I mean, when in the '90s, I was in college. I was a hardcore D&D player, but everyone in my college gaming group, they only wanted to play White Wolf because it was the '90s and everything had to be dark and edgy, even at a little liberal arts college in like rural Pennsylvania. And for them, like D&D was like, oh, that's for babies. We're playing vampires.
Yeah, Vampire was big. Like there was even a club nights in Jacksonville where it was live action.
Yeah. Well, Mind's Eye Theater they called it. Did I ever tell you my? I don't think I ever. Did I ever tell you my the one time I played a live action vampire back in like 90? I think it was like '96. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
All right, so this is like sophomore junior year at my college in rural northern Pennsylvania. It's and like I said, everybody, all the gamer kids, because this was the '90s and we'd all seen The Crow. We're all playing vampire, and basically, if like The Crow is the most '90s movie ever. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. But
I love it. Great soundtrack too.
Yeah, that's good. But so I went along with it because honestly, it was either this or just go to frat parties, and frat parties suck. So one day they said, "Hey," so they started running a live action vampire, a vampire LARP was called Mind's Eye Theater, and the idea was that there were basically vampires, werewolves, and mages all hanging out in the same Elysium, and it was supposed to be like a cellar and like underneath like some city. I think it was supposed to be New York or Boston. In reality, it was an unused student center in one of the academic buildings. And as I recall, the Prince of the City's throne was beneath a blinking Budweiser sign, which kind of ruined the effect. But whatever. And I for some reason I ended up playing a werewolf, and all combat was done via Rochambeau, rock paper scissors. So, which I suppose makes sense because you can't be rolling dice on the floor because you might lose the dice. And
That's fascinating.
I remember there was this one girl. I think her name was Mary. She was like a drama major, really beautiful blonde girl, and she came in. When she came, she was all really into it because pretty much everybody who was playing a vampire, they either showed up like wearing, basically like black trench coats or black, vintage suits, or in bondage gear. And she showed up with this guy who I'd seen like working at a local gaming store, and he was a townie, and he, someone told me that he actually like moonlighted as whatever the male version of a dominatrix is. So he came up and he was dressed to the nines for the part. Only problem is he didn't have the body to pull it off. There was like a lot of pudge, sticking out from between the leather straps. And I can still see it to this day. And the thing is, he was there with Mary, and Mary. Just imagine like a really beautiful, kind of like a young Jennifer Lawrence, wearing like a rubber miniskirt and a leather bustier and high heels, and black lipstick. I can still see the black lipstick for some reason. And she showed up with him, and he had her on a dog collar with a leash, because I think that was like he was supposed to be her ghoul. He was the vampire. She was his ghoul. I think they were going out, even though she was like 20. He was like 20 years older than her. Let's just say it. I've done a few LARPs. It didn't really work because the problem with Vampire in the 90s was that, like I said, it was everybody. This is like when being dark and edgy was like the thing. If you're at comic books back in those days, that's how it was. And they took it way too seriously.
That sounds like they took it too seriously.
Like people start flogging each other in the middle of the student center beneath this sign that was supposed to be like this dark and moody, vampire Elysium with The Cure constantly playing in the background for some reason. Instead, it was like, yeah, this is like this is like a pop punk background for a video, and the game kind of broke up after that because no one could take it seriously. The second, a few years later, I went to another LARP in Connecticut called Nero, where the attraction was that combat was actually combat. You beat the crap out of each other with basically foam swords. That was fun.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
good times.
Yeah. Look, Vampire was fun for a while, but the thing is, it attracted the wrong kind of players. And it attracted all the players for who role playing games was an excuse to act out their sick, twisted fantasies. Because you're playing a vampire, which is a monster. Mm-hmm. So if you're running it, you really needed a DM who was able to hold the line on the weirdos, mm-hmm. or you just let the weirdos do whatever they wanted. And everyone was creeped out by it, just pretty much left because they figured, if this is what this guy wants to do in his fantasy, what's he going to do in real life when no one's around?
Right. Yeah.
Probably the same thing. If I'm getting led around by a dog collar in a LARP, there's probably a high probability I'm just doing that everywhere.
Yeah, it's probably like your thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is fine with me.
No, he was leading her around, in a
he was leading her around. Right.
This guy was missing like 40. So
either way, I draw the line at furries though.
Yeah, no, look, it was fun, but plus also Vampire White Wolf had another problem, which is that the whole idea behind the old World of Darkness is that it would end. Basically Vampire, Werewolf, Mage, they're all taking place in like what's supposed to be the last year for their version of the end of the world, and everything like the meta plot line was that the world was basically coming to an end, and you can push that back for a while, but the thing is, unlike say 40K, they actually did end the world. They had the thing called Final Nights or Apocalypse or whatever, where they basically literally brought an end to their own setting, and then they rebooted with New World of Darkness, which wasn't really the same, and then they had. Then there was some problem. Then their company got sold. Now there's like multiple versions of the game floating around. It's like BattleTech. It's kind of like BattleTech. No one really knows no one's really sure who owns anything.
Huh.
But it was fun while it lasted, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, all things must change. I mean, I remember some people playing, and I never really got into RPGs. It wasn't until I was like in my late 30s.
Dude, I was there. Remember?
30s.
Yeah, I was there when you started playing. So
yeah, that's right. You were.
I think, to my mind, the most interesting of the White Wolf games was Mage: The Ascension, just because of their magic system. But again, the problem with the Storyteller series is that you really needed a DM who could stop things from getting bogged down. The idea behind Mage is that the magic was that it was basically based on improbability. So you didn't catch. It wasn't like D&D where you pick the spell and you roll for it. You actually had to explain. You actually had to describe what the spell was, and then explain why it wasn't improbable or whatever. I mean, I'm bowdlerizing a lot of it. Well, the short version is that out of a 4-hour game, 2 hours were spent with the DM and the player arguing over a spell. And I recall a buddy of mine went out to get something to drink. We came back an hour later, and they were still arguing about it. So, yeah, adventures in college, by broke freshmen.
Wicked. Well,
it was Allentown, Pennsylvania. There wasn't a whole lot to do there if you didn't drink.
Zach, I love the story, man.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much. We're gonna call it a night. I love you. See you next Thursday. Doc, see you as soon as you can make it, sir. Thank you so much for showing up. Everybody out there, everybody watching, next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Love you all. Take care. God bless. Peace out. And see you tomorrow.